You're listening to Forgotten or Forbidden. Read by Chest and Lila Jean. Written by Lila Jean.
Chapter 7 Broken Ribs. Iskall jerked awake. Something was wrong. He stared around his dark, quiet base, like one does after having a nightmare. Nothing. But then he heard it, a weeping noise. Still in his PJs, he stood, grabbing the light switch. His heart skipped a beat at what he saw. The room was exactly how it was when he fell asleep. One chair at the dinner table in place, and one chair slightly askew. His clothes were thrown atop his chest haphazardly, and a cold kettle of tea stood on the furnace, unmoved. But his furniture and unkept living space wasn't what made his heart stop. It was the man that lay sobbing on the floor, in some kind of high-tech armor. A helmet lay beside him, revealing flopped white hair, but he couldn't see his face, for he was curled into himself in pain. "Help!" he managed to blurt out. Iskall ran to him, kneeling beside the twitching body. I don't know what to do!" Iskall panicked, waving his hands around. Do you have any health potion? Arg! The hermit said, twisting in pain. "Oh, yes, just a moment. I do. Wait here," Iskall said swiftly, jumping up and shuffling through his chest. The hermit would have quipped, "What else am I supposed to do?" But he was too focused on his broken body to notice. "Okay, here, take these," said Iskall as he handed the hermit a glowing, swirling pink liquid in a classic beaker bottle. The hermit lifted his head and chugged it down. Iskall was now able to see his face, a young man's face, with soft round features, big brown eyes that had a purple tint, and freckles in the shapes of constellations on his face. But though it was a young face, maybe younger than Iskall himself, it was aged by the scars, particularly one that ran across his face, over one eye and down his nose. The man continued to swallow 3 more potions, before lifting his torso on his hands to face Iskall. That is all. Any more won't have an effect." Health potions got diluted every one you took. 3 tended to be the number where the potion became less effective and more of a placebo. How? The unknown hermit stared at the confused man. "Sorry, I should introduce myself. I am Alex. You can call me X. I have been taking refuge in this house for a couple of days now." Iskall made a face. "Yeah, that food was me. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I just needed to stay hidden. But tonight I was attacked by the people after me. Please help me. Please." His pleading face was full of fear and guilt. So much fear and guilt in such a young face made Iskall's stomach twist with sympathy and full disgust. "Okay, but I need to tell Exuma. He is the admin here, the powerful guy in charge. He needs to know about you." X's eyes widened. No. Please don't do that. That is the last thing we want." He winced in pain, for 2 of his ribs appeared to still be broken. But despite that, he stood up, towering over Iskall. "I don't know, man. I feel like X should know," Iskall said, standing to be on the same eye level. Then, without warning, purple wings extended behind X, leaving Iskall sputtering. The helpless little hermit Alex once was, now stood menacingly. Even if he was still injured, he was horrific to behold. In fact, that made him more scary, standing there blood-soaked and wings extended. "If you tell anyone about me, I will make both your lives a living nightmare," he said, regaining a fierce hush in his voice that made Iskall stumble back, shaking. "Do not think of telling Exuma." Unable to speak, throat clogged, Iskall nodded,